How do you process and eat an animal that you care about? I get that question a lot, and I don't see a lot of discussion about this aside from just get over it. But if you're struggling with this, no matter where you are on that journey, I've got 5 tips to help you deal with the mental struggle and get to the other side where you can be proud of the healthy, humanely raised meal that you are putting on your table or providing to another family. The first chicken that I had to process was about 2 years ago. Since then, I've processed dozens of chickens and a lamb on the farm, and I've taken lambs and cattle to the processor. A lot of people will tell you that it gets easier, and in some ways it really has for me, but in other ways, each time is just as hard. Experience has not made me feel it any less, but I have gained a lot of perspective, and that helps. My first tip is to know your why and keep it front of mind. This may seem obvious because if you've gotten to the point of thinking about this, then you probably have good, deeply felt reasons why. But when you're wrapped up in the drama of the situation, the reasons can kind of get forgotten. For me, animal welfare is my biggest why. Any animal that lives on my farm lives an excellent quality of species appropriate life. They aren't just a body that's growing meat crammed into a pen with hundreds or even thousands of other animals. I never have to wonder if they really were pasture raised or organic, or if that label is just a marketing gimmick. And every time that I eat a meal from an animal that I raised in a way that aligns with my values, it's less that I'm buying out of that system that I disagree with. I'm doing my small part to make the world closer to what I believe that it should be. And that's powerful. My conviction and passion about those things far outweighs the sadness that I may feel when I have to say goodbye. I know what I'm doing is right, and I know that it's worth it. Your reasons may be different, and that's okay. Just remember to focus on what matters to you when the hard feelings hit. The second thing I would tell you is to thoroughly understand the process beforehand. If you're going to be processing an animal yourself, someone to show you the ropes can be really helpful, but I didn't have that. So when I needed to process my first chicken, I watched videos and I read anything that I could find on the topic. I made sure that I thoroughly understood the process and what to expect and why I was doing certain things. My first bird was a rooster that I had raised from a chick. I procrastinated as long as I possibly could, but when I did finally get up the nerve, it went exactly how it should have. There were no surprises. I did it right because I had the knowledge, and that allowed me to do things quickly and humanely. I was still extremely nervous. I was scared that I would mess up, but I was prepared. If you're taking an animal to the processor, ask them questions. Learn how they actually do it. Go see the facility. Go see where the animal will be housed beforehand. Find out what the timeline's like from drop off to dispatch. Watch some Temple Grandin videos. It might seem easier to bury your head in the sand on this, but I found that actually understanding the whole process removed the uncertainty that causes anxiety. Your processor does not want your animal to suffer, and a good one will understand what you're going through. You aren't the first newbie to bring in an animal they have poured their heart into that's struggling with it. My third tip is understand how animals think. We humans have a tendency to assign a lot of human emotions to our animals, but they don't really think the same as you and I. In this way, a lot of the things that I have learned when euthanizing pets has helped me through this as well. They don't contemplate the future, they live fully in the moment. Someone once told me that they don't have plans for Saturday night, and that simple phrase really helped me reframe how I think about this issue. They don't wonder about tomorrow, they don't live in fear of death, but they do care how they feel during life. Are they safe? Are they comfortable? Are all of their needs met? If you provide that every day throughout their life and then a quick, fear free end, you've provided a better life than a lot of what is on the grocery store shelf had. My fourth tip is to honor that life by not wasting any of it. Honor the life of that animal by using everything that you can. With chickens, necks, feet, and leftover bones and bits from cooking go into broth, organs get fed to the dogs, and anything that I can't use goes into the compost to feed my future garden. When an animal goes to the processor, I get back everything that they will let me have. Lambs go to a processor that will even let me have the hides back for sheepskin rugs. Even when an animal is processed for someone else, I take anything that the buyer doesn't want. I can't stand waste from that life, and I take a lot of comfort in using everything that I possibly can. Tip number 5 is be proud and savor your accomplishment. Congratulations, you've just done something that most people in our modern world will never do. I think this is one reason that a lot of people feel like you'll just get over it. It is so rewarding to serve a healthy, humanely raised meal. The love and care and thought that you put into that animal will shine through in the final product, I promise. I don't have much advice here because this one kind of takes care of itself, but enjoy it, take pride in it, and remember that feeling for next time. So that's all. That's the whole list. It doesn't get rid of the hard part. I don't think that it's supposed to, and I don't think that anything can, but it does get you to the other side of it, proud of what you've accomplished. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.